Hello my viewers, this is another video about library information sources. And library information sources, these are materials that are used in the library, and they are resources, they are tools that provide libraries with information for research, learning, and their information needs. One of the tools that I was able to find out was the tool of interlibrary loan. This tool can be used by the patrons to help them to get information materials that are not found in that library. So the librarians use the interlibrary loan to borrow books from other libraries. The other tool, these are their library catalogs. These library catalogs help the patrons to be able to get the information that they need. And remember, the Raghunathan law says that we should save the user's time. So by the use of this library catalog, we are able to save the user's time because it contains all the information materials that are in the library. The other tool that I found out was the discovery service. This discovery service has tools like EBSCOB, which also help you to search for information on the databases that are found in the library. Now, I'm going to continue with the library information services, the types. We have three types. We have the primary, the secondary, and the tertiary. The primary sources are the fact-find-hand information that the information user can get and store their information either for academics, historical use, or for their own use for the future. And these will include scholarly, the original scholarly research results, their raw data. This is data which is not processed. And then we have testimonies, we have speeches, we have historical objects, like in the archives, in the museums, they use the historical objects. Those are primary sources of information. And to add on that, we also have interviews, we have archival materials, which I've talked about, like in the museum. Those are the primary sources. And then to add on, we have the secondary sources. These secondary sources, these are works analyzed, synthesized, evaluated, and interpreted from the primary sources of information. So that means that this information is published by either an author or the user of that information, the one who has got that information. For example, if you get your research dissertation and then you publish it, like people who are doing their thesis, they get this publication and then they publish it out there. So the moment you publish that information, it has now turned into a secondary information source. So the other ones that are there, we have the biographies, we have dictionaries, we have documentaries, we have magazines, we have also indexes, we have abstracts, we have reviews, and reference books. I'll talk about the reference books. These are specialized publications designed and to provide quick and reliable information to specific tools like yearbooks, almanacs, bibliographies, handbooks, manuscripts, atlases. Then we also have dictionaries. They're also part of that secondary sources. And these sources are published materials, as I've told you. So most of the patrons that come to the libraries may prefer secondary sources to the primary sources because the secondary sources are published. They go through a series of publications through publishers so that their work is authentic. It's not like the primary source where someone just gets their diary, they store that information and keep it aside. And then we have also tertiary sources. The tertiary sources of information, these are information sources that gather together. They join together the primary and the secondary, and then they form another information source, which is the tertiary information source. We have bibliography of bibliographies, we have dictionaries, and to add on these dictionaries, we have types of dictionaries. One of them are the specific dictionary, the special dictionaries. These special dictionaries, you may find that a dictionary has a special subject that is only handling that discipline. So if you're looking for information about that specific discipline, you will go to that specific dictionary, and then you'll be able to get information from there. There are medical dictionaries. You find that they have terms that deal with medical people only. And then we have textbooks. Textbooks, we know that these are published information materials by authors, so they are tertiary. Remember, someone can sit down, write their information, and later when they publish it, it turns out to be a tertiary source of information. And then we have directories. A directory contains it's a list of detailed names, contacts of organizations. So there are countries where they have directories. You'll find that people's names are there. Even where the contacts are there, you can easily find someone. So you can also make your own directory. And then we have the literature guides. These help to evaluate the use and summary of specific subjects. That is the literature guides. Then we have encyclopedias. Even encyclopedias, we have subject encyclopedias. These are encyclopedias that talk about a specific discipline or focus on a specific field or topic. And you'll find that this encyclopedia will have detailed information about a specific discipline. If it's a subject encyclopedia, it will have comprehensive entries on concepts, on terms, on individuals, and they are developed within a subject area. It also gives you history of a specific concept, that is a specific encyclopedia. And with that, you'll find that a user may go to the library and get in use of these secondary sources or tertiary sources. Thank you very much.